Hello, GenRight Nation. I'm Tony Pellegrino, and this is Teck Talk. It is February 5th.
It's all running together. We got here in January.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I think it's Wednesday, right?
It is.
It is Wednesday. Yeah. I'm here with Jeff and Peter. And Winston.
That's right.
Yeah, and we are here at KOH. If you can't tell, we're standing inside their pit tent. And it's actually going pretty good, I think.
Yeah, we've been here almost a week.
For us. How about you?
Well, we'll leave that out. What I know is, for the people that are watching, this is like their dream to be able to come to something like this, right? So, it is great. The weather's been fantastic. I don't think you could ask for better.
Perfect.
The sun's setting right now. Today was 4,400 qualifying. Yesterday was EMC qualifying. You guys did great.
Peter tore it up out there. We had a quick run. Yeah. We still don't know where we're at.
Really?
Yeah. You can ask us about that in a minute.
There's
a story.
Man.
There's a story.
Oh, man. Okay.
Are we allowed to tell the story?
I'm sure we are.
And Jennings, if you can pan around, we've got Blake's big JK right there. Just do a quick pan, show everybody. He's on 42-inch Mickey Thompsons. There's Blake. Wait, Blake. Yeah, there you go.
A lot of Mickey Thompsons.
We'll do a little interview with him in a second here. But we've got lots of Mickey Thompsons around. And they were selling them like hotcakes over there. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. I talked to Rob.
He said he had like 42 and they're like gone.
He said all the 42s are gone.
Yeah.
Well, if you've gone to trails here, you won 42.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, you want 37s, Peter.
No, we won 42.
I didn't tell you, but I gave a senator from West Virginia a ride yesterday.
That's awesome because they came around here as well asking me to get the ride, and they're like, "Hey, we're busy."
Yeah,
I'm in the wrong state.
I feel like uncertainty was going to pop up.
Yeah, I'm in Virginia, not West Virginia, but A.K. Watley has been doing a lot of really great work with West Virginia, with the Senate and the House, and even brought Ultra 4 4,400 cars to the actual Senate itself in West Virginia.
Nice.
And he's promoting open access to trails. And
this guy is very pro-open.
This is great. This is really good for us. We get a couple of other kind of political organizations, like Blue Ribbon obviously is incredibly important to all of us. Open trails. So we got to keep those trails open.
For sure. All right. Want to tell us who we got watching, or we got any questions yet?
Sure. Rick Harrington says, "What's up, GenRight? Good luck to Peter and Jeff."
Oh, Rick! I would love to see Rick out here.
Rick, no more commenting on Facebook. Get out here.
Jeremy Crumbly says, "Hello, GenRight." Chris Silvera says, "Go Team Hibernian."
That's right.
Ginger says, "Hi guys," and Jennings, "Hi Ginger." Keith Lyons says, "You know what time it is?"
Yes, Hey, Keith. Keith, you're in my time zone. Come on.
I'm surprised he's still up.
Bobby Cleveland says hello from Amy and I in Yukon, Oklahoma. Ari says hi, everyone.
Nice.
Jeep Pope is watching, says, keep those trails open, keep the fight. Josh Nesser says hello. Kathy McCavis is watching. Joe Hurl says hello, GenRight family from Safford, Arizona. Two Feather Channel. Steve Egbert says hi everyone from KOH. Jeep Adventure says I was hitting the whoops at 70 miles per hour in my LJ on 40s out on the lake bed. No need for 42s.
It's a lot of trouble.
Sean Johnson says good evening GenRight Nation. One of these days I'll get the real Hammers experience.
There you go.
Luis Fernando says hi from Colombia.
Oh, cool. Nice. Awesome.
Jerry DeRimple says hello GenRight friends. Best of luck to all the racers you are supporting.
Nice.
Thanks, Jer.
Keith Crum says hello GenRight family from Spencer, Indiana. JC Cologne says hello GenRight family. Craig Huffman from West Virginia. Chris Carey says hey everyone. Matt McDonough, KOH, woohoo. Nice. Keith Basham says hello from Texas. Eric Brady says hey, hello GenRight Nation. Josh says we'll be out on Friday.
Cool.
It's hammer time. That was the answer, Keith says.
There you go.
That's a very Keith joke. Still on brand, Keith.
Mike Stewart asks, how's the rig feeling, guys?
That was what I was going to ask. Like, where's the car at? What's going on?
I think, let me go first with Jeff. I think the car is in the best shape it's ever been. That's number one. This is our 4th Ultra 4 race. Knock on wood. At least it starts that way. We'll see what happens when it ends. And so that gives us a lot of confidence, Tony, that we've had Darren and the team working on the car, and having those guys working tirelessly has been really important, because it allows us to step away afterwards and start talking about the track and the course. So yeah, car's in great shape.
Good.
Car feels great. I've never been to a KOH where we have this many ducks in a row going there.
Good.
So far it feels great, and it's really nice being able to get miles into the car, but then going to the original tracer and pre-running everything.
Yeah. I was gonna mention that you guys have been using this to get out there and run.
For sure. The original tracer we did has done the entire race course.
Yeah, that's a great point. We finished tonight the entire race course.
Some parts twice.
Yeah, and we've done it in a way that like we'll come up to an obstacle multiple times. We'll take what is the easier route, that like the safer one, and we'll say, okay, right, we've got that, we know our line. Yeah. And then we'll sit at the bottom of the obstacle and go, but there's a really great line over there that's super sketchy.
If it's
let's try it.
Clogged.
Yeah, right, it's clogged.
Yeah, plus it's just fun.
And then we go back.
We're not in the race car, we're in the wheeling Jeep, so we have to have fun out there too, Tony.
Does this waterfall?
It's not all business.
Does this waterfall? It's like 3 stories tall. And Jeff goes, if we were out here wheeling, we'd be doing this line. And so we went right back up, all the razors and all the other cars passing us, going, where are you guys going? And we went down this crazy waterfall. We get to the bottom of it, and I turned to Jeff and goes, that's the line. Because it's cutting the corner and it's much straighter. But look, end of the day,
we'll see if that's the
end of the day, we built this tracer off of an LJ that I purchased in. What year was that? I gotta say, it must have been 20.
It was the year before I came to GenRight.
2016.
Because when I got to GenRight, this was in the showroom.
Yeah, it must have been.
It's like 2015 era. Bought it at CarMax in Henderson, Nevada. Jumped in, got on a plane, got it before they shut the place. Drove all the way to LA, dropped it off the next morning at your place. Here it is now, doing the entire King of the Hammers desert and rock course multiple times.
It's been doing great. And for those that don't know, Peter wanting a really trick race style suspension for the LJ is ultimately why the tracer suspension exists.
Yes, yeah, because we reverse engineered this into that. Yes.
And he can still drive this around town.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
because this thing drove like it was on rails, and we're like, man, we just need to duplicate that for a kit that we can offer.
Which is lovely.
That.
But we still offer this kit.
We do, yeah.
But for a split to go around town and stuff, this is just better.
Steven Draper says, hey, Tony, looking good on the live stream yesterday.
Thanks.
Oh, you did do a good job. We were pumped.
I did?
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah.
We've been telling Dave that he needs to get you up there.
Yeah. There's a big difference when you have commentators who have actually driven the rocks and understand it and raced it.
Yeah.
And know what they're talking about.
Yeah. So that was actually quite
I was just walking by, and they're like, would you like to get up? I'm like, sure. Yeah.
Well, every time we're about to come through the infield, could you just walk by again?
And you're like, that's our guys.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. I appreciate the feedback. A number of people have reached out that were watching and saw me. People that I didn't even realize were watching the live feed or whatever. So it was kind of fun to get responses.
It was cool. Yeah, you should do that again.
Yeah, for those of you who haven't done it yet, you should definitely get the subscription for the YouTube for the King of the Hammers. There's a lot of great content out there, and you can then replay all that content all year long whenever you want to do it, so it's actually very useful.
And you should subscribe to Hibernian Off-Road channel, because you could actually see our qualifying lap there, because King of the Hammers showed about this much of it.
Yeah.
Like somehow they do that to us every year.
Yeah, we knew this, well, we kind of suspected this would happen, because for whatever reason, it's a bad luck. Every time that we are running, an advert comes on, or they cut to somebody doing something silly.
Oh, there was a stock class car doing a blistering 8-minute lap.
Yeah.
They couldn't pull away from.
I was surprised, even though you subscribe, like pay the money, you still get the ads.
There's
what's
a
the
whole,
deal with that?
Yeah, no, there's a whole other set of, you got to go into like the channel.
Yeah, it doesn't automatically do it. It's a different feed.
It's a different feed.
Oh.
You got to go to, and then when you go there, you'll see for every camera in the entire place, there's a separate channel for each camera. So if you want to, if you like a trail, a specific trail that has a camera or a drone, you can literally sit there and watch the entire day from that drone.
Which there's
in a big screen, not the little tiny one.
Big screen.
Okay.
To be honest, to do this right, you need like 6 screens
to be able to look at it all. Because some of them you can see they're like setting things up, and others there's nothing going on.
For instance, it's advantage to us because tomorrow in a few lines there's certain. Or when the side-by-sides race tomorrow,
you can
hone in on. There's certain cameras that we want to see.
We will have a multi-view up in our trailer.
Yeah,
that's the other thing, by the way. So you're not seeing from the camera angle is that here are the cars, but we have a sort of a garage trailer right behind us with all of our spare parts all laid out and labeled, and then we have another trailer with all our comms, radios, computers.
It's a big deal.
We have
to be here and do this.
The first year we did it was on the back of the GenRight team, so we sort of snuck in as part of your setup, and the second year as well. And then this year, with the changes that you had going on, we had to step up. And so this was a big learning curve for us, and so maybe we'll write a blog about this at some point.
There you go.
Blog. Yeah. Most advances with Starlink, and you're writing blogs.
On blogs. By the way, Starlink has totally transformed this whole setup.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so different.
So we have a Starlink at remote pit. So all the guys out there are on their phones and can have are able to watch the inside of the car live from the pit as we're approaching. We have another Starlink at Maine and another Starlink here.
Nice.
And on the car. So say we're in some of those unreachable areas from the radio.
Hopefully you bought stock in Starlink.
Oh, good news. You can pause all of these services at the end of the month. Pay what you want.
Mark Lawrence says, thank you, Peter Doolin, for convincing Tony to make the Tracer. Best system out there.
Thank you.
He's got one, yeah.
We had a lot of fun in this. We were finishing up the rocks tonight. We went back to do a few trails that we had messed up. I had messed up before, so we wanted to go back and try to
mess up. The trails are just
they're
messed up right now. This is going to be a hard race.
Jeff and I have one thing in common, multiple things, but one thing in common, and that is that we hate not making it through. And he's constantly pushing me and teaching the whole time. I mean, this is something that the one thing, to answer your question better, your first question, what's going better? The car's going great. It's me that has to get better. And so it's all about seat time.
It is.
It's all about being out here. And so what I'm getting at is if you ever have a chance to hang with the GenRight team and come out for a weekend for whatever purpose, you need to leap at it and you need to do it, because every time, the first time it'll be scary. I'll be honest, it was scary for me the first time I was here. There were a couple of moments. Second time, third, by the time you get into it, it is literally the only place on planet Earth like that. It is absolutely incredible. You know, Jeff goes, hey, stop, let's go over to that mountain over there. That we'll pick up a trail. You just take a straight line across the valley. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Jerome asks, is Maximus running the same tires as 353?
Okay, now, that's a loaded question. No, it's not. I didn't really have the time or the energy. We're on 40-inch. This, of course, for the race, for those who don't know, this is the 4500 Pro Mod class that we're racing in. Part of the Everyman Challenge race. We are on 37-inch DOT Mickey Thompson Boss XS tires. XS is the one for Extreme Sport, which has a 4-ply sidewall. This is the Mickey Thompson Baja Boss 40-inch, and I've had these on for
a few years,
at least 3 years, wheeling out here, and they're doing great.
But there has been a few times where we've barely cleared on 40s, and we just kissed something, and I'm like, Peter, go around, we got to find our 37 line.
This is actually really great. I mean, you'll get to the top of the trail, and you'll be like declaring victory inside your head, until he gets on the radio and goes, no, that's not going to work for us. Go around. And then all these guys in 44, like Lauren Healy's, are coming up behind us, you know, and then we do it again. Actually, what was that? It was that trail, the one that Bailey Cole got out, broke on last year, and she spotted everybody up. It was on the 44 course last year.
lap 3.
Yeah, lap 3. And it's on lap 2 now.
I can't think of the name of it.
like looking at you or spotting you? Or
It's something.
Check me out.
Check me out. That's it.
Yeah.
Check me out.
It's you got me on the right page.
This is see how it worked.
Like a little Pictionary.
Yeah, if you're going to watch any one live feed for more than like 5 minutes, that's the one, because
It's a legit trail.
It's a legit trail.
Yeah.
I did it twice in.
It's sketchy.
It is.
It's one of those to where if you're halfway up and you get on the wrong line, you need to back up altogether, reposition everything, or you could find yourself in a very hard situation.
Yeah, even backing up is tough because aren't you like sliding
You're
over
sliding
to back
off.
up?
There's a cliff to your left.
Yeah.
There's rocks to your right that forces
But
you.
if you get off the line early, it's way better to back up right there.
Yes.
We get a fresh look.
Wait for this guy to go by.
Sorry, we're in the pits and cars are driving by.
We were there when some people got really messed up. And so and actually we watched Healy and team come through right after us, and their longer wheelbase
Makes a difference.
They were in a bad way. This wheelbase, I think, is going to have a big advantage there.
There's a pivot. There's a pivot halfway up.
Yeah.
And we were able to.
Those cars are just big, bottom out.
Big heavy car.
Okay. Good.
So there are places where it's side.
So that's not good luck. Good news for Blake. But he's tall.
Blake, get your co-dog out and start spotting.
Put the Crisco on the skid plate.
If we go up there, we can find him.
Yeah, we'll get him on.
Good.
Ari asked, do you use Starlink and a camera to have someone in communications trailer to watch gauges and car vitals? Has anyone made a system to stream car vitals back to comms trailer yet?
That's a great question.
No, we use our eyes.
Right now we use our eyes, but it's a great question because
the screen's right there.
The screen is right in front of you.
Yeah,
You can just zoom in and look at it. But we will. There is. I'll give you a little bit of the future of where we're going with Ultra Forward. So this will be the first race where we have a separate CAN bus in all the cars during the race, and it's inside the actual Garmin puck. If you look at your Garmin puck, and it has a twisted pair of copper wire coming out of the back of it that plugs into what's called the Nexus network, which is that marine network. That actually is a CAN bus, no different than anything else. Got a resistor at the end of it like a CAN bus needs. That is actually going to give us pitch yaw data, and all of that's going to be going out through our Starlink out live to the race. And so that's the beginning. And then there's a T junction on that network, which they're in development right now, a little box that will be connected onto a GM or a Ford CAN bus and allows us then to snag all of that data off the engine. So that's where they're going eventually, where we will have an overlay on the video with your position on course, your speed, and other data about your car and engine, etc. So
cool.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
We are getting there, but also with the Starlink, there is a delay.
Yeah, that's a good delay. It's sometimes like a 30-second delay.
So, like, say if our engine's rising, waiting for somebody here to notify us,
that 30 seconds
wouldn't
is too
be
late.
an option.
No, yeah, that's too late.
No, because we're encoding it. So the engine telemetry will be a real-time telemetry, separate feed from video off of the Starlink. So, and we have a brand new Starlink that went on.
I know. I saw that mount, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, we
fancy.
So what we did was, you know how expensive these things are, or actually,
or 5 of them.
Yeah. So we've created a little shelf that's down from the roof line, so that if we do have a moment,
it won't get ruined.
We hope it won't get ruined.
No, you should be okay because the front of the car is heavier.
Yeah.
Amy Cleveland asked, can you run a mobile Starlink in a rig and run multiple mobile devices off of it?
Yeah. So what this is just a Wi-Fi network. So we are actually, when we were pre-running, Jeff was actually on his phone watching the other cars pre-running.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I was watching qualifying.
Nice.
We can text, we can talk, voice over IP. We actually have an app that allows us to mimic a radio across the network, across Starlink. So yeah, it changes. Like I said, it changes literally everything. No more relay radio people sitting out on mountains for 6 hours. All we need is access to the sky, and we'll have comms.
Nice.
Kathy McCavis asked, how big is your fuel cell?
Isn't that kind of a personal question?
As you get older, Actually, it's a great question. I think it's what 30 gallons for the bladder and the superkit. So
Yeah.
Which will make it through all of lap 1.
yeah, we checked. We did our.
That's good.
We did a.
We
fuel,
learned this today.
Yeah, we did a fuel test today, so we know we'll make it.
Good.
Yeah, I won't tell you the average miles per gallon that we're
Not
getting.
good.
It's basically a Prius.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we could go EV, but
Is there an EV class this year?
I haven't seen anything
about it.
I saw those one-wheel things zipping around.
Yeah, they were,
I know, Steven Berg texted me, he wants one now.
Yeah. He texted me and said, "Tony, you need to go race that." And I'm
You
like,
should, you won't do it.
"Dude, that's a face plant waiting to
I'll
happen."
wear a full visor.
I want to do the Ultra 3. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the guy with the Evel Knievel jacket on. That was my speed.
Which
Did you go over there last night?
No, but I saw the video.
This is a great point, by the way, folks. Everyone thinks about King of the Hammers as the big race. You know, the Friday EMC, the Race of Kings on Saturday. There are lots of races here. Last night we had an incredible time watching the kids running around the inside track on the big
That
bank
was
thing.
fun, and they're little side-by-sides?
They're little side-by-sides, 10-year-olds and 12-year-old kids just having a great time, all the parents out cheering them on. You know, there's all sorts of races and things and activities. So just come on out to the desert.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
even if you have to take an Airbnb and you don't have an RV that you can just, stick in the middle of Johnson Valley, just get an Airbnb or a hotel and come on out here.
I mean, the weather's been so nice this time. Everybody's camping. Like,
Did you get to
lucked
see
out on
the-
the weather the last few years.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Ultra One with
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
motorcycles?
Yeah.
Ultra One is it's new, it's interesting, and there's a special breed of person that does that out here.
Yeah.
Rick Turner asked what was going on with the Gladiator that didn't make that jump.
Oh, okay. So, apparently they had not pre-run the infield course, and they knew there was a gap jump there. But the problem is that all the jumps as you're approaching look exactly the same. So whether it's a tabletop or whatever it is, so they just didn't realize they were at the gap jump, and needed more speed to get across it. That, by the way, they weren't the only ones. There was, even today, there was some that, like, they went to the hospital. They crashed bad, and that was 4,400. But that day that the Gladiator did, I think there was one of 5 that had done it that day.
They were the worst, but yeah.
So every day there's been a couple out there. It's sneaks up on you. They just can't see it.
It'll be super interesting race day lining up side by side.
Yeah.
Because you almost need the whole racetrack
to get enough angle and speed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the ground is quite loose because of course it's not a straight shot. You have to take a right and then a left, and I don't know if you can see it from the in-car footage we put on, but I wasn't aiming at the apex. I was aiming left of it, and I drifted through the apex
on the gas.
Yeah. And so you really have to commit. I mean.
So I don't side by side. That could get.
Did you see Tommy's run today? His motor started bobbling right as he was coming up. I'm like, oh no!
So actually, this is how we've seen this. Multiple guys got away with it with inches to spare. It was always this because they're sitting in line for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
The first time they put the gas on is after an hour of sitting in line, and now in the next 15 seconds, that engine has to perform perfectly.
Yes.
Flawlessly.
Yeah, like an aircraft leaving the runway. Yeah.
Especially at 4,400, those engines are high horsepower. They're finicky.
Yeah.
And it has to be, and you have to lay down that power properly, or else you're.
Yeah, it cleared out later on the lap for him, but boy, my heart stopped for a second on that. Oof.
Has anyone seen the lap 3 map yet?
Yes, it got.
Oh, finally.
Kind of.
It was in. Dave Cole did a Google Earth flyover of it and a narrative about 2 hours ago, an hour and a half, hour ago, and it's fun. There are virgin trails that have never been driven. He has marked it, but have never been driven.
Okay, so nobody gets to pre-run it.
No,
so they don't even get the file till Friday.
They get the file Friday at noon.
I like it.
And then they hauled good old Lauren Healy up on stage, and they sat him down across from the race director and said, "Ask us any question you have, Lauren." And Lauren goes, "It's 2 hours before driver's meeting, before I'm told officially, I have 2 hours to go and run this trail." And they go, "No, you've been told not to run it from Sunday night." And so that was when the clock started.
Wow.
So no one is allowed.
I'm a fan of this, by the way.
Thanks, great.
I think no pre-running is
Chris
great.
was there.
I want everybody to like struggle.
Chris was there in his polka dot outfit, and he was like, "This is now making the person in the right seat as important as the person in the left seat."
That's right.
And this is an important part of the
I
race.
like it. Yeah.
Because, and by the way, while we're on that topic, everyone kind of focuses on the driver. This is won and lost in navigation. Like, you can easily go off on a different route and be
waste time,
2 miles into
right?
it.
Yeah.
Happens every year.
Damage the car.
Damage the car,
yeah.
hit something.
Yeah.
And so Jeff has been amazing. He's been recording. When we go out and pre-run, he has a microphone recording device that he shoves up under his helmet. And all I hear is him like going, okay, we're going to do this, left, right, etc. And so he's amassed this incredible amount of data on every 100 meters of the course. 100 what? I keep saying, braking zone 150 meters, and he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
As long as you know.
We're close. A yard is close in this world.
I always liked the information delivered like just enough where I can either hit the brakes or hit the gas. That's what I need to know. Yeah, I was going to point at the Fox band and say that far away, but they can't tell how far away that is.
No, it's been a great experience.
Yeah.
Well, we should talk to Big Blake.
Where's Big Blake?
Blake, come on in here.
Blake's defer.
Should we? Let's turn the lights around and let's talk to him right here in front of his. Can you just pivot, hon?
Yep.
Right here?
Yep.
Right here? Like this way?
Yeah.
And we'll talk to him. Is this in front of you? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about over here?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, did he take off? Or Cameron, or
Where's?
what we got? Yeah, maybe.
All right, Tony, I'm going to interview you real quick.
Okay.
Now that Jordan's not racing,
Yeah.
who's your 4,400 pick?
Oh.
Putting you on the spot.
So, Paul Wolf had a fast time, but dude, he's wild. I don't know that he knows how to keep his car together. Yeah, come on over here. And you know what? I'm going to go with Jason Shearer. He's got a tight broke.
He's starting in the back.
Is he?
He broke on the top through the flags.
No way.
Yeah, but I think he'll be on a mission. He's always a good choice.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think I'm going to vote for Casey Kerr and Orrin Anderson this year.
Oh, nice.
They had a great week last year. Their trophy Jeep looks ripping.
Here, why don't you stand?
I'm pumped.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sorry, Blake, you're not getting my vote for the W.
Let's see how it is. I get it.
I'm sorry. I love you.
All right.
Blake.
Let's have Blake tell us where you're from, how long you've been doing this, all the pertinent details. Get everybody to know you.
Yeah. Been coming out here since 2012 with Tony, racing out here with them. A couple years ago, decided I wanted to start. So last year we tried, made it 2 miles, decided to blow out both unit bearings coming down the backside of Turkey Claw. And this year we're back with a vengeance, and
all new axles,
all new
different
suspension.
tires, yeah.
Huh?
No shout out for coming to save you?
Yeah, Jeff came and got me, and Jamie. Can't forget Jamie. He saved me twice. So yeah, we're back with a vengeance. We got all new axles, suspension, fixed everything that was wrong before.
Yeah.
It's been a week, and we're gonna keep going.
Where'd your dad go? I was hoping to get him on camera.
I think he's over there helping out.
Why
with
don't
stuff.
you at least give him a shout out for?
Yeah, my dad for helping, Steven, my co-driver, all the guys who have helped me put this thing together, Taylor, Jeff, always with parts. Every time I call him, I need this, and it's been a run.
He followed us on the desert loop tonight, this morning. It was running pretty good. The suspension works pretty dialed.
Okay.
Motor's happy.
Motor is finally happy.
Wow.
You look pretty comfortable.
Actually, why don't you talk about that? The earlier, because people think racing's easy, right?
Yeah,
So.
it's not. So we got out here Wednesday. Just unloaded the car, put it in the tent, sat there Thursday, Friday. We're like, all right, let's go run it. Go out for 15 miles, come back, and there's just a puddle of oil underneath the car. So we started digging into it, started compression testing, and found out we had blown a hole in the side of the number 7 piston. So we tore it apart Friday night. Saturday, Brian Maxwell brought up parts. We slapped a new piston in it, had the pan off, head off in the middle of the lake bed and all the dirt and dust, and cleaned it up as best we could and slapped it back together, and here we go.
There we go. Yep, that's how it is.
Night.
There he is. There he is.
Big Dave.
He just gave you a big shout out. He just
missed it all.
Yeah. Well, have you got any words of wisdom or anything you want to say?
No, I just hope this is the year he can just complete the course. You know,
that's a good goal. That's what I tell everybody.
Can't win if you don't finish.
That's right. That's right.
Keep the car moving.
Yep.
And you went for a first ride in this thing, right?
I did. It was my last ride. Too bouncy for me.
Yeah, it's pretty bouncy, huh? Yeah. Well,
we're excited.
Good. Should be.
All the GenRight help and Peter's help. And
a lot of stuff has to come together.
Oh, it is.
A lot.
Everybody's saying best of luck, Blake.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Any questions for him?
Bo Fisher says random question, but with the new iPhone update and Starlink, you can text and talk, I hear. Has anybody tried this out on the lakebed?
No, I have not.
I've been connected on. I got Starlink on the car. We got 3 Starlinks over there, so
yeah,
we've never had a chance to really try it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you walk away from the Starlink and communication is pretty sparse.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people out here.
Yeah.
I wish we could give people a better view of what Hammertown looks like, but there's RVs as far as you can see. So, yeah.
What's for dinner?
Oh, I don't know. What are you guys having for dinner?
That's a good question. I don't even know.
Yeah.
When it shows up.
I'm hungry, though. Now that we're talking about it, I am hungry. Man. Well, let's see. Anything else you can think of?
What are the stats on Blake's Jeep?
Oh, yeah. Why don't you tell them a little bit about it?
All right. So, 09 JKU, custom 4-link front and rear, double triangulated, Curry 70s, 42 Mickey Baja Bosses, King shocks all the way around.
Not just Kings, but 3.0s.
3.0 internal bypass.
Yeah, that's good. Engine?
540 horse, blueprint motor. LS3.
Yeah.
Built 4L80 trans, Atlas transfer case, GenRight roll cage, dash, fender deletes, bumpers, rockers, everything for a JK. PRP, PCI, all those guys.
Are you running the Rants?
No,
You're
Garmin.
on the Garmin too?
Garmin,
okay.
yeah.
And you've got the big Griffin radiator, right?
Yep, got Griffin in the front, 2 Griffin coolers out back, fuel safe, fuel cell.
Are you doing rugged radios?
No, I'm all PCI.
PCI,
Yeah.
okay. You are full hydraulic.
Yes. ESC full hydro.
Yeah. So, what else? I don't think we've missed much else. That's
rims and the winch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the raceline wheels and
Warn winch.
Okay.
Pretty good. All right. What about Cameron? Does Cameron want to come over and say a couple things?
He does.
Yeah, come on over, Cameron. Come on over.
I'll take my spot,
Cameron.
What's going on?
Come
Well,
on, Cameron.
we're on Teck Talk. And so your number 2404.
Yep.
You're in 136.
136.
Okay. And how's things going?
Good. We've been pre-running a lot and using my Jeep in the rocks so we don't destroy the race Jeep.
Yep.
And we took the Jeep out in the desert for the first lap.
Did you guys add a little more preload? It looked like it was sitting low.
Not yet.
Okay.
We're planning to.
Okay,
We're
good.
gonna do some more preload and do a walk through the whole thing, the bumps, and
Good.
just
Top the nitrogen off.
make everything, make sure it's all good.
Good.
And
Yeah.
gotta go.
How's
past
Josh
the
seem?
tech.
Does it seem like he's...
Yeah. I was a little nervous. I've never driven with him, and he's only driven the Jeep this week here.
Oh, man.
So he's never driven it outside of here, and
And this is a very much like a Terramoto kind of Jeep. Yeah.
exactly. And big horsepower. So I was a little nervous in the desert if he was going to be, full on, crazy or not. No, it was. I felt a lot better after our desert lap today, and so I think it'll be a good one.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
try to keep the car together.
And for those of you that watched our Real Hammers experience, this is the same Cameron that got second place.
Woohoo!
So, yep, he's been out pre-running his Jeep, and he's going to be sitting shotgun.
Yeah.
this time. So
See how it goes.
See how it goes. You've been wanting to do that for a while.
Yeah.
Be in the race, the actual race.
So hopefully it's not. This isn't like that slippery
Oh,
slope.
you did
when
it
I
with Jamie,
fall off.
actually. You did it with Jamie.
Oh, I did do that. Yeah.
In the side by side.
So hopefully it doesn't turn into me wanting to like actually race it because,
That's a whole nother price category.
That's up here, and I don't want to be up there. I mean, I'd love to, but I don't want to.
Any questions for Cameron or Blake again?
Ari asked, how are Jeff and Blake liking the Garmin GPS compared to the low ramps?
Well, I don't actually get to look at it at all, but I know Steven, my co-dog, he loves it. You know, complete game changer compared to Lawrence.
Yeah, I know Jeff had positive things to say too. Oh, there he is. What do you think about the Garmin?
I have mixed feelings.
Oh.
It's better at some things it's not. So far we haven't had anything spinning like we would in the Lowrance at times, but also in pre-running we never had it spinning either. So I can't answer until after racing.
The race. Okay.
What I do love, which the Garmin has the head on this, if you have the race course in, the race file, it will tell you exactly how many feet you are from a VCP. With
those rings?
No.
Oh.
Like listed on the side, just like navigation would. So if you have a Garmin and you don't hit the RCP VCPs, you're trying not to. So to me, it has a slight edge just because of that.
And you guys have Lowrance?
We do. The one thing I love though, the last time I did this, we had to zoom in and all the buttons to get everything to do. Now it's all touchscreen. That makes a big difference.
There you go. Okay.
Well, you're going to learn to like the buttons though, because when you're bouncing through the desert, the touchscreen, you overdo it. You can never find anything right with the touchscreen. So you need to still use that side handle.
I do, but being able to at certain points zoom in. I was using both today, but being able to use both of them was nice.
But I still really like lead nav.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to use my phone too.
Glenn Hero asked, how fast do you guys go in the open desert?
Say that again? I didn't hear.
How fast do you guys go in the open desert?
About 560.
Didn't somebody's GPS say like 200 and something?
Yeah. There's only a couple areas out here where you can just, at least in our
really
class,
open it up,
where you can rip. So I don't think we're going to be going faster than 80 all race. Now in the open desert, like we get back to the way flats, like we can probably go 130.
Yeah,
but it's just not realistic to go in the desert race.
Yeah.
They don't make it a highway for you, unfortunately.
We didn't do enough pre-running. Don't want to go too fast.
Too fast.
We don't want to be coming up and hit something we don't see. And
And all it takes is, at that speed, it takes something this big.
Yeah, to throw you off. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's not worth it. It's a long race.
When I can tell you guys in Aftershock, when I was out there just pre-running, chasing the guys around, I was able to go 80 in the sand wash. So you can do pretty good out there.
Ari asked, who is Cameron co-dogging for?
Josh
Hager, yeah.
Number 136.
Yeah, which he has, when Tony raced, when Terremoto, Tommy called, ordered the Elite kit, made this Jeep, the one that he's co-driving in, basically a Terremoto clone, and he raced King of Hammers, and that, we called it Noisy Boy. Next 2 years?
3 years, I think.
2 or 3 years, and then Tommy ended up buying a Triton engineering car like Healy's, and now Tommy's buddy, Josh, he's letting him race this Jeep, Noisy Boy, and Cameron's hopping in. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And Tommy 710 is racing in the 4400 as well.
Yeah.
So, all right. Any other questions?
Matt McDonough asked, do you need a race license to race KOH?
So you sign up for a USAC membership license. Obviously, there's Ultra 4, but there's other things. Did any of you guys sign up for like the Life Flight thing or any of that stuff? There's lots of stuff you can do. But yeah, USAC is the main thing.
Yeah. Now I have that same flight subscription you do.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
But
so it just handy. It's cheap. I hope it's like $35.
I really hope it's not handy.
Ron with Off-Road Overland Camping asked, how many GenRight rigs are racing this week?
So we've got Albert, in the stock class, right? And then you guys, all of you guys.
3, we'll count. He still has an elite on Josh's.
Yeah.
There's 4, and those are ones we know about, but we're out pre-running and now.
Gary Henderson.
Oh,
He's got some GenRight stuff on his.
So we'll be out pre-running a lot, and I'll see a lot of our, especially suspension components.
Yes.
Like our builders parts. I'll be like, that's our part for sure.
Yeah.
So
Jerome asks, how do you guys think the single seat racers are going to do this year?
I would not want to do that by myself.
No, on that third lap that they just announced.
I don't know. They typically do pretty well. I know those single seat guys pre-run like crazy. There's a lot of desert, and they're quick in the desert.
Yeah.
So basically, you do the desert lap 3 times in 44. So I wouldn't be surprised to see one on top.
Okay. What else you got? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Nothing.
What's that?
Nothing.
How are we doing on time?
It is 5:41.
Okay. So we got a few more minutes for questions.
Drivers meeting at 7.
Is it tonight? Okay, good. Sounds like there's still stuff going on in the infield.
Oh, is it getting cold?
Is that just the commentators?
I don't know.
Huh.
We've been here with you.
Yeah.
Two Feather Channel asks, is it getting cold?
It's just cooling off right now.
Starting to feel good.
I did leave stage to put a hoodie on.
Yeah. And I can see the heat from the big campfire over in Hammertown coming up. Yeah.
Brian Kelso asks, is Jordan's car running this year with the new owner?
With what?
With the new owner.
Yeah. Cameron Steele's driving it. So he qualified today in it, and so far so good. So there was something else I was going to say. Oh, did any of you get to go to the taco parties or any of the stuff that happened the last couple days? Me neither. I didn't get to do the Ultra 3. I didn't get to do any of that stuff.
The only thing we've really done is we went and watched Jackson's Tommy Dykstra's son race.
In that thing last night.
Which was fun. Oh, and obviously we went and supported Cole for Class 11.
Oh,
we saw that.
That was before I got here. That's cool.
That's always one of the highlights.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that were here for the whole desert thing and that have kind of migrated out, and then there's more people coming in.
And to be honest, I haven't even left Hammertown yet. Is it still packed?
There's a lot of vendors. And when I walked through,
beyond like.
Packed.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday were horrible if you left Hammertown here.
Yeah.
And now Monday, Tuesday, went out there and it's a ghost
Not
town.
bad. Yeah. As far as people out, like on the lakebed. And stuff.
Just trying to drive through because how Boone becomes the new 405.
Yeah. And there's plenty of the Rangers, BLM, ready to give you a ticket if you look like you're a little.
VB Tom asks, how tall is Blake?
How tall are you?
About that tall.
6'3".
Yeah. A lot taller than me, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm standing in a hole, though. That's what I'm standing in a hole.
Me too.
Yeah.
Jeremy Crumbly asks, what ratio do they run in the transfer case?
What are you running?
I got 3.8 to 1.
And do you know what Josh has got?
I do not. 3-1.
3-1.
And Bo Fisher asks, thoughts on the UTVs running in the unlimited class with the newer horsepower they're putting out? Okay,
so this year they changed the specifications for the UTVs, and they are much more Ultra 4-like. They had them upgrade the tubing size. It's a bigger, heavier vehicle. Yeah. So that's really going to maybe more evenly the playing field.
For sure. And they don't even look like side-by-sides.
No, they don't.
They look like UFO chassis.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. Did you see any of them qualify today? I didn't even get to see
Clark,
that.
I think, was top 5.
Who?
Cole Clark. He's
Clark.
got one that just hardly looks like a side-by-side.
And just finished it the week before we came out.
It's a ripper, though. It's been doing good.
Yeah, so we'll see. Somebody who owns a side-by-side told me they'll be surprised if all of those don't fall apart on lap 3. they're just not made big and beefy enough.
It's a lot of stress on those.
A lot. Yeah. So.
Yeah, just pre-running ours. I mean, it's built up pretty well, and I would not want to do that again. That was the first and last time.
Really?
Yeah, there's no way I would do that again.
You just feel like you're just trashing it.
When you're driving something like that compared to this,
Yeah.
it's just like you hit these little rocks, and you're like, oh, just a little rock, and all of a sudden, you feel like you're going over.
Nice. All right. What else you got?
That's all we got.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
How about Dang
any
Brothers for
parting
pizza?
Thoughts?
No, but if you follow us on Facebook or Instagram or Facebook, Hibernian Off-Road Racing or Hibernian Racing on Instagram and Facebook, our link in bio, we have a link to our live stream that we will be live streaming the entire race. There's a camera right behind Peter and I. There's one in the rear, so that should be working, and you'll be able to see where we're at all times.
That's cool. That's cool.
How about
Are you
Dang
guys doing
Brothers
that
pizza
stuff?
for
Yeah,
dinner?
I'm trying to do it from Facebook through the Starlink and the GoPro.
Okay.
So we'll see how it works.
Okay.
See how long it lasts.
And what about you guys? No.
Nope.
You're
Nope.
just
We're just out there to go.
fingers
have fun
crossed.
and hopefully finish this thing.
Nice.
So.
Nice. Yeah, it'll be interesting, and I'm sure they'll have lots of updates and stuff on their live as well. So yeah, if you're not here, you'll be able to see plenty of stuff, and should be pretty good. I've been doing daily updates on Facebook and Instagram to just kind of let people know what's happening for the day. So if you've caught any of those, there's some information in there, because I get a lot of people texting me saying what's going on today, so I'm like, I should just do a video and everybody can see. So all right, well, on that note, everybody wish these guys good luck, and we're gonna wrap it up, and I'm sure you'll see a lot more as the days go on, because we're really getting to the meat of it here. And thanks everybody for watching, and we will talk to you soon.
All right, let's go Chalk and Thunder.
Go!